audience. We're just getting rolling.
Nice counter.
So local boys pull ahead 2-1.
Match of the evening.
As we move on, Extreme Wars X1. Another local boy taking on Chris Brennan's next generation team. A lot of them from Orange County on the West Coast. Coming to the islands to kind of fight for the land. That's what they're calling it.
Feel one of the homeboys coming out.
Now what's amazing about, I believe this is Fernando. He actually came in not even close to weight. And I talked to him in the studio, came by and he said, don't even worry about it. Believe it or not, we're chance to hang out with them, like I said earlier, and they were sampling the manapua,
very good.
the local food, and I asked him, I said, you guys on weight, walking weight, or fighting weight? And he said not to worry. And I guess within Chris Brennan's school, he's known to train, almost train at his walking weight up until a few days before fight time.
And Chris Brennan's one of those guys who he has nutritional programs and everything for his fighters. He actually puts out like his diet that he's eating come fight time.
Wow.
Makes very calm fighter too.
And yes, I was just going to say, watching Sidney fight, the expression on his face almost never changes.
Introducing first in our next match of the evening, representing the red corner, 5 feet 9 inches tall, 185 pounds even. He is a very powerful striker with lightning in either hand. A distinguished member of the new generation fight team, Fernando Gonzalez.
So like you said, the word is heavy hands.
And representing Hawaii's top team in the blue corner, 5 feet 10 inches tall, 172 pounds even. He is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighting specialist. He has numerous Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu titles and is an MMA submission grappling specialist. He is also the Hawaiian Open Jiu-Jitsu champion. Welcome to the Extreme Wars ring, Sidney Silva.
I've never seen Sidney look this ripped before. He's definitely in the best shape of his life.
He took it pretty seriously. I mean, talking to him earlier, you know, of course, Sidney's very straightforward and stern, you know.
Here comes out.
So we have a striking Gonzalez and a jiu-jitsu expert in Silva.
Yeah, it could be a classic striker versus grappler matchup. Oh, the Sid's been training. Ooh. Nice straight left there, slipped in.
Maybe
right in the thigh kick there. Oh, nice flying knee. And Fernando's swinging for the fences, man, on every punch. Clinch. I believe if I heard it right, Fernando almost has like a 13-pound weight advantage.
Yes.
Nice takedown. Good recovery from Fernando to take the top.
But like you said, Sidney coming into this match ripped.
Also in great shape. Doing a good job tying him up. Again, somebody with heavy hands, big puncher. You don't want him to like let loose from the guard. Nice slip in the knee, elbow there. Staying tight. And again, you know, right when the match starts, these guys have so much power, and just everybody feels like just a freak. And so, you know, you kind of want to take your time. You don't want to rush anything because guys have enough power to get out of things. And you leave yourself open for, you know, one good shot like we've seen earlier tonight. You know, one good shot is going to change the whole fight.
So for Silva, this is where he wants to be on the ground. But from what, if I hear you correctly, this is a little too early to make a move for him right now?
Exactly, yeah. Not necessarily like the bottom, but, you know, I'm sure he'd actually be, this position is probably better than maybe the stand-up position. Because look, Fernando's got some pretty quick hands. Pretty accurate, looks like pretty accurate punches. There we go. He's trying to get that leg over the arm, work for a triangle. Fernando's doing a good job. He's pressing forward, trying to wiggle that shoulder down, elbow out, and that's what he does.
Using the advantage of his weight, of course, being on top.
Nice kick out, stand up here. He's looking for a punch. Or actually, he's looking for, you can tell he's more boxing oriented because if he's more kick oriented, well, he can also bring it back up, obviously back into his territory.
Sidney looking comfortable in almost any position he's in.
So calm, even in this position. I mean, there's like 10 seconds left here. Fernando's nodding him on. And Fernando's feeling pretty comfortable, pretty confident right now. Went to the ground with Sidney, was able to defend some submissions, land some punches. Nice, overhand. Big sprawl. I don't know if that landed or just a graze or Sidney kind of stayed with the punch.
A little bit of extracurriculars there.
Heated ending, but again, these fighters, they're instructed by their trainers a lot of times to fight until the referee breaks you up. And you have to protect yourself at all times. And, you know,
it's a lot of times it's hard because a lot of fighters almost train for the bell. They don't train for the referee.
Exactly. And you know, one of the biggest mistakes you can do is stop when you hear the bell.
Exactly.
Because that's when some guys are going to throw his punch and go over the top, and you're not going to see it. You're not going to cover it up. You're going to just take the full brunt of that below.
Seen many a fight.
Here's a good sprawl attempt. That was a grazing overhand. Stunned away of it. Sidney recovered pretty quickly.
Taking a look at the scorecard, how would you rate this match so far for this first round?
Okay, you want to go first?
Well, I'm gonna have to say it'll probably go to Fernando. Slightly. I mean, he's accurate on his strikes, landings. I mean, he had Sidney on his back.
You definitely have to give it to Fernando for the first round. Impose his game, land the better strikes. A lot of times, you know, it's who can fight their fight or make the other fighter fight their fight, and Fernando's just doing that.
Again, I'm biased for the local boys, but I'm going to have to agree with you gentlemen on this one. Slight advantage definitely goes to Gonzalez on that last round.
From right here, Sidney's got to be looking for a clinch and take the fight to the ground. I don't know if he wants to take too much chance and give Fernando too much chance on standing up there.
Silva shorts very strong kicks, lots of leg gaps.
And good inside side kicks. That's a good boxer. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to throw off by throwing inside leg kicks, throwing outside leg kicks, chopping down.
It's going to bring.
You know, and you can tell like Fernando, one, he's not checking the kicks. Nice follow punches and hard punches, Fernando. just going to sit in there to plant his hands, and a lot of times that leads to a nice, good, firm kick while his feet is planted, so he absorbs the whole blow. Good strategy, other than, of course, is the boxer steps into the punches. That was a pretty hard left hook there.
Fernando Gonzalez in the black trunks. Sidney Silva in the camouflage.
Fernando's almost, it's hard, he's accurate in some of his strikes, but he's going for his reaches on some of them.
Great outside leg trip. Fine, Sidney's on top, exactly where he wants to be. He's got a good position. Right from the half guards. Again, like he's working the free of the half guard. Slip that knee inside here. Get to the side.
Well, of course, this is where Sidney loves to be.
Absolutely. Fran's done a good job tying him up. So you got a little cross stroke on him. This is very underrated for people.
Yep.
Put a good cross stroke on a guy that's not familiar with it. Eats him up or opens him up too. There we go. So let's look at the pass. Nice scramble. Great job. Nice good body punches too. Fran did a great job. Again, Fernando imposing his game. Even when Sidney gets into the ground, he's scrambling back up.
For somebody who's supposedly a striker, he's a lot of movement on the ground.
Exactly.
I have to say, very quick moves for the much bigger Fernando Gonzalez.
10 seconds left. A lot of the strikers, I mean, if you train properly, all you're going to do is train for a spar, you're going to train to scramble back up their feet and get back to your game. And then you can be a very effective fighter, as we're seeing here. Nice.
A lot of movement.
That was a solid knee up the middle. Right. Fighting to the end. Fighting to the end.
Exactly. The bell, you keep going. That overhand's going to slip in.
That is the end of our action tonight, round number 3.
Great action.
Now I'm going to say that round also went to Gonzalez.
Absolutely. It's all about like who's fighting your game, man. He's a striker. He's taking, even on the ground, he's getting back up without taking any damage from Sidney. So
Very smart. Very smart.
Now as we head into the third and final round here, what is Silva going to have to do to pull out a W?
So they're going to do probably the same thing he did in round 2. Let's look at the replay real quick. Front kick here. And Fernando's looking for that overhand. It looks like a kind of wild overhand left, but the fighter's covering up. His hands reach a little bit farther from his face. A lot of times that wild overhand left, lands. So he's looking around for those real wide punches to get over on the hand. See?
It's almost hard to say. I mean, he looks like he's calculated before he throws it.
Exactly.
And
again,
it just comes away outside.
So he's fighting to the end. Of course, then Fernando loves it. Or the scrapper.
It's another thing the guys from Chris Brennan's school said. I asked him about their experience, and all at the same time, pretty much they all just said bars. You know,
That's a lot of reformed bar fighters in MMA, unfortunately, but you know, at least they're taking action in the ring and doing it legally and legitimately.
Exactly how it should be.
The more to get into it, most times you see guys they don't want to fight in the street.
Yes. Our third and final round, Extreme Wars, right here in Honolulu, Hawaii, at the Blaisdell Arena. We have got Hawaii's top team taking on Chris Brennan's next generation team from the West Coast.
Again, Fernando's playing a smart game. He's starting combinations and then he's backing out, or he's looking for that shot. You know, he knows that if he overextends, and Sidney's exactly looking for an overextension to over a clinch. So exactly right after this effort. That was a nice knee coming in, sitting there. Nice body lock by Fernando. Again, a weight advantage. He has to take into account here. I mean, a little bit of weight, a little bit of dropping the hips makes a huge difference if you got 10 pounds. I do a great job of just fighting, or defending his takedown attempts, or setups for takedown attempts. He's slipping in some nice knees. And I believe Sidney, what he's doing is he's knee in the midsection. So Fernando steps in, the closer the hips to hip, that'll defeat the knees and also bring his leg closer so he can, Sidney can hit his, hook his outside leg trip there, which is bread and butter. It's a great takedown. And he really uses it well. I don't know if that was Brian.
I don't think so.
That looked to me like the front of the thigh.
You can almost tell. I mean, if it's on the thigh, they'll kind of crunch to the side, and the groin, you go straight forward.
Gonzalez is definitely playing the role right now.
Could have slipped in, could have slipped off. You know, he slipped on the outside, could have slipped the inside, could have chipped off that cup. So
Take a look at the replay right now.
Let's take a look if we see that. Oh yeah, maybe that was inside. That kind of slipped right in the pocket there.
Right.
Most fighters given like 5 minutes to recover from blind strikes or accidental illegal strikes. Now we're back to fighting.
Constant movement from Fernando. You got to give him that.
It's definitely a seasoned boxer. Hard to tell when Sidney's hurt too. It's got the same look the whole time.
Exactly, you know?
It looks like a good shot. It looks the same. You're kind of looking for something to see if he's hurt or not. And maybe that's why Fernando's kind of tentative about following up.
Right.
Which is a great, works in Sidney's favor.
Now, do you think Sidney actually would think about, of course, facial expression we're talking about? And you think he actually thinks it's an advantage? Maybe some fighters.
I think it's an advantage up to a certain point,
right.
and some guys actually use that to draw the fighters in, and maybe it's one thing you want to do with him. And there's the end of the round where you look hurt, and the guy comes in to finish you off, and then boom, you set your clinch, it overextends. He's a pretty smart fighter. He's fighting a very smart fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of our third and final round. We will go to the judges' scorecard.
Looks like this from controlling the ball, and again, fighting his game. Fernando looks like. Let's look at the replay real quick here. And circling outside the power. Always sticking out a jab there to keep the fighter at bay. Maybe this is not exactly the best replay of the show here, but there we go.
So I think we may be
right there
in all agreement here that the guys from California have evened this up 2-2.
Yeah, definitely looks like Fernando pulled this one out.
I have to agree with that.
Just telling the judges' scores here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the judges have tabulated the results, and the winner by unanimous decision, Sidney Silva.
I don't know about.
Hold on.
We're definitely get a mixed crowd reaction here.
There we go. We're gonna get a correction there.
By all means, by our judges' scorecards, definitely Fernando won the card. It's gonna be
We're gonna make a correction.
It's almost a bad situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're only human. Now that I've been informed correctly, the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner.
And a correction.
Fernando Gonzalez.
Again, hard to argue that decision.
Exactly.
Great game plan, great execution of his game plan.
Well, Connie, looks like the difference was the Manapua.
You know what? That was the first time he tried it, and he liked it.